Hi, this is Alexis from the Kiteboarder magazine. We're here at the first annual AWSI. We're here at the Vari booth with Jeff Tobias. I don't need an introduction to this man, but I'm making one. Beautiful kites out here. Got some great looking boards. Let's walk through the kites.
Right on. Well, we'll start out actually here with this one.
Okay.
This was our flagship kite that we introduced in 2009, our first year, the Condor one. It's a typical kind of hybrid kite, lighter bar pressure. Great for looping. We notice it's a bit more of an advanced person kite, someone who's really good at flying the kite. They can really fine tune it, but it's a great all-around kite. It comes with our feather feel bar down here.
Yep.
Let me go with, sorry.
No, we can continue with it. Talk about the technical features and then we'll cut to that.
Okay. When designing this kite, we really wanted to make something that had the feel of a sea kite. It's kind of the style of riding that we were going for. So it's got a very direct feel in the bar pressure. It's a kite, you know where it is in the sky at all times.
Never have to look for it.
Never have to look for it. That's just one of my pet peeves always with different kites I've flown. You know, I never like that. I always like the feel, to know where it's at, you know. With that said, it does have a lighter bar pressure than our other line here.
What size does this kite come in?
These kites come in 7, 9, 12, and 14.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. For 2010, we've upgraded it a little bit, reinforced a few areas. It's got the one pump system, of course, and we went for tough quality build. So the material durable as hell. I came from a company, Slingshot, for a long time, where we really focused on durability, and I felt that's really important. Dacron is the leading Dacron. The Tajin that we use is the most expensive Tajin. We just went for the toughest build, something that's going to last you for a long time.
Pretty bomb-proof kite, in other words.
Bomb-proof kite, and you can tell when you pick it up that it's just
solid.
It's solid. We really took our time in designing it and figuring out all the points of weakness and everything, and now it's probably I'd say the toughest kite on the market that I've seen.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next kite you have over here.
Okay, for 2010 we've released a second kite in our line, which is the Vulcan. The Vulcan is along the Delta style of line of kites. We began to develop this kite because there's a real need for a kite that relaunches unbelievably well, very simple, a little bit cheaper, and a little bit more stable, a little bit forgiving, and just gives that rider, there's less room for error. Yeah. This kite, you know what's going to happen, you know what it's going to do. It's simple, and it's a super stable kite. So it obviously, with the Delta shape, we've rounded out the leading edge, and the thing hates to stay in the water. So, you know, it's got an auto relaunch, easy relaunch. 9 out of 10 times you let go of the bar, you can put your hands on your head and sit there, and it's just going to go up on its own, which there's definitely a place in the market for that. With that said, all the testing and all the fine tuning we've done on it, the kite works unbelievable in the waves. It really follows you. It's got the deeper pocket, you know, it just sits there, never flutters, never falls. So now all of our wave riding guys love this kite also.
Good for unhook riding.
And that's another thing, is we've realized that it's got a little bit more bar pressure than our other kite, and unhooking, it's just got that solid feeling where you know what's going on. It doesn't luff, it doesn't back up. So now a lot of our wake style unhooking guys are really liking this too. So
pretty much unhook and go.
Pretty much unhook and go. It simplifies kiting, whereas a lot of other kites go into that area where
unknown.
You really got to fly the thing right. You really got to know what's going on. Keep an eye on it. This kite, it just kind of does it for you, and it's made everything really simple.
Cool. Let's talk about the bar over here.
Right on. Both kites this year we've got one bar for. So that's the way we go with this bar. Simplicity is really what we went for. Anything that can go wrong usually does go wrong when there's a complicated system. So
keep it simple.
Below the bar safety release. It's also a very easy release to reconnect and keep riding while you're in the water. And again, simplicity is what we went for with this.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Back in. You're going.
Nice.
We got an active stopper ball, which we also spent a lot of time designing. It's a punch-through stopper ball, so you can really let the bar sit there and it won't move at all. But a good little punch and it goes through. So we spent a lot of time making sure that's got the right feel, the right everything. D-power system, pretty standard strap. Something that we felt just was simple. It worked good. No need to reinvent the wheel on that. Our 2010 bar now comes with oh shit handles on either side.
Nice. Lefties and righties.
Lefties and righties. You know, There's a lot of demand for that, so we didn't have those on our first bar. We put those on there. And now we also have your optional flag out system here. On either line you can hook that up to. It comes stock standard hooked to the center lines here, because a lot of people really don't need to use the flag out system or want to, myself personally. But with the easy takeoff of this, place it there.
Nice.
You got the single line flag out.
Awesome.
So that's great for schools and for anybody that just rides in an area where they want that extra safety.
Nice. Now what about the guys that like to ride suicide?
The guys that like to ride suicide?
Yep.
I don't know, works good. It works like anything, you know. For myself personally, I hook my leash up right here.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's 99.9% of the time, that's going to be fine for most areas. But, people like the safety, and they definitely need to ride at their level. So leash hook up right there.
Beautiful.
Either the front lines or to one front line for the flag out system up there. Another cool thing about our bar is we really wanted a good feel, and it's really important. Diameter of the bar, the padding.
Grips. Yep.
Exactly. We got the ergonomic little finger grips here, and for unhooked riding, for all riding in general, but for unhooked riding on the waves and for handle passes, something about just having the little bumps there just gives you, I know where the bar is. The feel of it, when you're passing it, you feel those, you're grabbing it in the right spot.
That's
so
important.
Super simple, but this is one of my favorite things about the bar right here.
It's the little things, the technical little things that make it so much easier, especially when you can't see it when you're riding blind or when you're doing the handle pass. You really, the third notch.
Exactly.
All the time.
Yeah.
Third notch, right there. That's where my hands got to be. For all you guys out there doing handle passes and stuff, this is it.
Exactly, and for unhooked wave riding too. I grab in the middle a lot, and it just has that little bump on either side that you can feel. No slip. So little things that we put in there that we really like.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for showing us the kites today.
Right on. No problem.